What is up, awesome people? And welcome back to my Pokken tournament short play. In the last episode, we took part in the Blue League, where we managed to go from rank 60th down to rank 37th. And we need rank 8 in order to participate in the tournament and the promotion test once we beat the tournament. So the first thing I want to point out is if the quality seems a little bit better, or I don't know why, worse than what my previous videos have been on this topic, it's because I've had to change my capture device for the Wii U. I have no idea why. The other device I was using, which was the Hopage, decided to, looks like, die on me. So that's kind of not a good thing if the Elgato doesn't work with the rest of my equipment. So fingers crossed, it does work my other equipment. So yeah, I'm hoping I don't have any more future problems with recording. I've already had enough problems with the Wii itself having problems with me. So anyways, and well, so there'll be a little minor updates I have to do in this episode. Also, I did update my avatar as well. Again, pretty minor, but I had quite a bit of Pokegold, and I was eyeing off a few other outfits as well, so I've kind of done some minor tweaks to my avatar, so hopefully I can kind of keep this as a bit of a trend to show off some of the customization options you have available in Pokken Tournament, since I did praise it for its customization stuff, since I am a huge fan of customization in games. I have no idea why, but it's like a soft spot of mine. Anyways, without further ado and further disruptions, let's actually kick into this episode, and already we've got 2 Garchomps, we've got a Suicune, always fun to go up against a mirror battle. We have Blaziken, who I don't think we've been up against yet in the short play, and then we have Weavile as well in Battle 4, so this is going to be interesting. As I said, I don't mind mirror matches for the sake of learning some new stuff, of different ways of using Suicune, but it does get pretty boring seeing Suicune time after time after time again, since I am using one myself. Anyways, that's just a minor nitpick of mine. Anyways, first up we have the Garchomp. At Old Ferrum Town, winter is going to be our location, and it is oval shaped, so that should mean we have synergy balls drop or support balls drop. I think it's one of the two. Anyways, let's go Suicune. Let's show the Blue League what we're truly made of. Alright, so we have Emolga and Fennekin support as always. I have no idea why, but these two just seem to complement Suicune so well, since Suicune isn't exactly the fastest fighter, like compared to someone like Pikachu or something. I think Garchomp's got some relative speed, but it's something like would probably complement someone like Charizard as well, who I've noticed isn't exactly a fast fighter as well, and that would be some dreadful damage. Hydro Pump, let's go for a perfect. Hydro Pump that, throw that back. Oh, wow, my aiming is so bad again. Lucky I went to the side. I actually didn't mean to do that. I was just going for a straight basic attack, but I'll take that because it was a perfect. Alrighty, there's our first win for the episode, which is always good to see. So Garchomp, Garchomp, Garchomp. Let's just go Emolga again. If I can go for another perfect, which I've yet to do, 2 perfects, I don't think, that would always be very grand indeed. I love this move, I love this move. You can dodge things and you can attack as well. And don't you go using that block. Oh, that was dreadful. I always forget, if I'm going to do basic attacks, don't hold anything on the directional buttons. So let's Blizzard that, get the phase shift going, get some support going, and I also have... Oh, they dodged that. Not very often that happens. And let's just go straight for the burst attack. This should take the win, since it did connect, so that should be the KO on the Garchomp. GG Garchomp, it was real. But sorry I had to chomp through your victories there. Alrighty, so there's our first win. Always awesome, and unfortunately I took a hit, so there goes the perfects, unfortunately. Alright, 3.5 stars, I can take that. And I have also noticed as well, the lower your stars are, the less amount of Pokegold you get as well. Also, I forgot to mention as well, I have been putting points into strategy off screen, since I was noticing my support gauge could have used a little bit of an extra boost, so with the extra points in strategy, my support gauge charging time shouldn't be as long as it normally is, plus it does give enhanced support effects as well, which is always welcome. So I gave 4 extra points into strategy just to boost that up, but I'm kind of just leaving it there now, since I do want to focus on putting more points into defense, synergy, and attack. So I've got 2 more in defense than I do in attack, and 1 extra in synergy. I've actually put that into attack, and as I said, I can change it in the My Town options as well, so if I do feel I've kind of gone the wrong way with my points, I can change it from there. Alright, so that's down. Now we've got the second battle, which is up against the Suicune with Paulette. Alright, so Suicune, not exactly the fastest Pokemon, as I said, more of a bulk and rangy attack. Can be quite annoying up close too. Usually I'd go with Jirachi. May sort of stick with what's working. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Alright, so let's just go Mulga and Fennekin support, and we've got Paulette, rank 47th. 45 battles, I think it was. I may have just read that wrong, but I just glanced over it. Anyways, there's the colour change, or the colour swap with the Suicune. So let's do the Suicune, let's show them that I'm the better Suicune. Alright, so Suicune, besides Hydro Pump, Blizzard, and Icy, I think it's not Icy Wind, something else. So let's go Mulga, slow this thing down as much further. Alright, so... Ow! Okay, that is not cool. Let's Blizzard that thing. Okay, they decided to muck around with me. Go figure. I was trying to play smart and go for the Mirror Coat, but... I actually didn't mean to use that, but it still worked. I might have used that too soon. I did. But as you can see, their support's get charging a lot faster than what it normally would. Ow, that was a counter. Because since they block, and even if I use piercing, it will never kill them, unfortunately. So a basic attack there to finish off the battle. Alright, no mucking around on the second one. Let's just go straight for the win. Alright, so they went for... I forgot what that's called, so let's just go for that. Go for the headbutt. Oh, they're going for the... I didn't realise their burst was up. So let's just go for the usual strategy, see if that works. I just got to try and stall them out because my burst is nowhere near full. And the more I hit them... Oh, I don't even know if this is going to work. Oh, it did. So I just got to stall out that burst, which is going to succeed. Alright, that was awesome. I managed to stall that out, which is... Oh, bollocks. Alright, that... I always forget when they go on the wall, they just slide down. There's my synergy. I was very slow on the synergy this time. It's not very often that happens. I think I'm just going to miss. Nah, they stole that. That was bad. I've already used up my burst. Let's just headbutt that, go for the combo, and there's the win. Alright, they played tricky on me at the end there. Then again, I was kind of mucking around at the start there. So let's just not muck around anymore and just go straight for those wins. Oh, that was dreadful. 3.5 stars, that's a bit generous, honestly. Alright, so at least we got that over and done. We've got skill level 37 now, so we're definitely ranking up there. I think, if my math's right, we should be very close to halfway to max. We need 75, which is the max total. Go defense. I kind of find Suicune more of a tank rather than anything else. New hairdo for lucky bonus. Oh, okay, I'll take that. Alright, so now I got Blaziken, who as I said, I'm pretty sure we haven't seen yet in this short play yet, and I don't think I've seen it off screen either, so either my memory's dying or I just can't remember versing Blaziken at all. Right, standard user Blaziken. I honestly would have thought it'd be a power play Pokemon. Guess not. Anyways, we're in Diggsby Land. Alright, so I'd imagine Blaziken is more of a Flare Blitz user, high jump kick, something similar to how they predict him in the handheld games. So this will be interesting, maybe Flamethrower. Emolga definitely is the best way to go. I mean, I could have gone Fennekin if it is the up-close brawler. Right, so Blizzard straight off the bat there, got the phase shift. Right, so that's definitely doing a lot of damage. So judging from that, I'd say this Blaziken's more into attack. Wow, that was interesting. It came in for a close-up and we both took a hit. Eye for eye there. Alright, so 1-0, that was pretty easy. Just kept my distance from the Blaziken and everything was K by the looks of it. So let's see if I can do it again in round 2 and go for that perfect.
You just gotta believe in your Pokemon and give it your very best.
Oh, wow, it broke through my shield. Oh, wow. It counted my counter. That was interesting. So it must have had...
Your support
Alright.
gauge is full.
We've got support gauge, so we can put that up.
Attack.
Alright, this should work.
Synergy
There
gauge
we
is
go.
full. Now's your chance.
And we've got Synergy Burst too, so let's just throw that up because they're at max too. Oh, and they're going... Oh, I wonder if this is going to work. Nah, it got countered.
You can fill your synergy gauge by picking up power.
Alright, let's try and avoid this Blaziken at all costs. Ow, 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 ow. Alright, let's do that. That should be their... Alright, their burst is gone, which is good. Oh, ow, that was a counter.
Let's keep our block up now.
Okay, we equaled at each other there.
Alright.
There we go, that's the win. Okay, that was interesting. It's not very often I see an NPC throw off a burst at the same time I do, but that's annoying when they do as well. Okay, interesting points there. 3.5 again. Right, I'm definitely off my game tonight, but then again, I've tried to record this episode 3 times, but due to that little device error, you can kind of figure out I'm a bit over it when I've done the same thing 3 times in a row. Anyways, I'm your next target. Bring it on.
To take a support
Right, so
test.
they were Weavile.
Hope this will be some
Now, I
good
can't remember what
fun.
Weavile is. I'll just go for the usual support, which always works. Speed player. Alright, Emolga will definitely be handy here. Alright, Weavile might be a bit annoying if it can get through me. Especially if it's speedy and Suicune being so slow. Alright, so let's do this, Suicune. Let's show them we're the best. And I just love how Ursaring and Zangoose is just chilling in the background there.
Alright. Go relax.
Alright, so 10% boost on the synergy gauge already, and Emolga is definitely my best bet here. So hopefully the support that I get put into my points is going to help out. Alright, so there we go. First hit goes to me. We'll go for Blizzard. Unfortunately, I did... Oh, that looked like Shadow Claw. There we go. Hydro Pump blocked. And I should be able to finish it off with the Emolga. I think I might have just thrown that up too soon. Yeah, I did. There we go, there's the win. Unfortunately, wasn't strong enough to break through the Hydro Pump. I think I witnessed there. Anyways, first point to us. Let's continue with the Emolga. I gotta remember as well, if they go down, don't throw up the Emolga support straight away. Wait until they get up because of the invulnerability. Let's just throw up one of those and go straight to the Blizzard. Blocked. I think that's got piercing damage on it too. Uh-oh, we got Mega Weavile. Wait, what? Mega Weavile? What the world am I saying? Mega Weavile confirmed, apparently. Alright, Burst Mode Weavile. So let's try and stall this out. Right, we got Support Gauge and we have Burst. And their Burst has also disappeared. So it looks like not so much was put into this. Oh, damn. Alright, that's over. Unfortunately, my Burst attack missed, so nothing fancy for an ending there. Yeah, they definitely had no points into their synergy there. So that was okay for me. They didn't last as long. 3.5 stars once again. Need to go for a 4-star, trying to improve on that. Skill level goes up as well, which is always dandy. Alright, so where to put this point? I mean, we could put it into attack. Now we'll throw into synergy. Lucky bonus, what are we going to get? What do we get? Off shoulder top set blue. Okay.
I really do need to train more.
You really do.
Have awesome synergy. I bet you could even beat that black Mewtwo.
Oh, don't bring up that. I feel pretty bad that I nearly beat that as it is. Alright, so we got more plot development here by the looks of it.
It actually attacked me right here quite recently.
Alright, so I guess she's still a bit beaten up from the Mewtwo.
A totally strange place. Crazy. We battled our best, but could hardly do a thing.
Oh,
It
well,
popped a synergy burst, and we were totally over.
yeah, that sounds about what happened to
Even
me.
after the battle ended, they stayed in synergy burst and just vanished.
Well, that's a bit
Then the next thing I
spooky.
know, I'm back here. To be honest, I still don't really understand what happened.
Alright, so there's the next bit of plot.
That sounds a little different than what happened to us.
No, that sounds about right, actually.
It was more like, well, After we battled with Mewtwo, its synergy burst scattered, and
Oh, okay, I don't remember that far back.
took off, right? What do you think was different?
Maybe the fact it's gotten a bit
Still,
stronger?
I can't imagine a Pokemon would just come looking for a fight for no reason.
Well, you obviously haven't been in the Pokemon world for long enough. I definitely can.
Or maybe this has to do with that girl.
Alright, so more questions. Is it the Synergy Stone causing this, or is it the actual trainer? Stay tuned to find out, apparently. It reminds me of those animes where it's like, this problem occurs, stay tuned to find out what the resolution will be. But anyways, get too close to this fire and you'll feel the burn. Alright, so this was a Garchomp. So this is another powerhouse again. Let's go Mulga and Fennekin support. Until I find a better one that works just as well as these two, I'm probably going to stick with this support set for the rest of this game. Actually, I can't even make a comment on that if there is anything similar to that, because I know very little about the support Pokemon. I do know there's like a rumor floating around. Well, by the time you probably see this video, the rumor may have been confirmed or declined, but there was supposed to be some new Pokemon being added.
Which Pokemon do you want to tag for support?
Alright, let's go Mulga. And again, I didn't take notice what this Pokemon was. I need to start learning their specialty, because I think each of their specialty equals like certain traits, like if their synergy goes up quicker. I think with speed Pokemon, their synergy burst goes up a lot quicker, and standard seems to be like just average all around, and this Garchomp's just getting absolutely devastated by blizzards. If this was real life handheld Pokemon games, this blizzard would have probably OHKO'd the Garchomp by now. Support up, and there's a perfect. Didn't actually need the Emolga, because Blizzard just had that Garchomp pinned down. Like the handhelds. Alright, let's go Emolga once again. Hopefully if I have another round like that, considering their burst is only a quarter up, it should be pretty easy, because the last thing I want is that Garchomp going up into Mega Garchomp. Ow, good old counters, that's not cool. Hey, that missed. Okay, that was way too soon. Alright, let's kick him into the wall. Alright, there's the Hydro Pump hit. Build phase. Oh wait, I'm in dual phase, not field. I went to go for homing attack and forgot I'm in dual phase. That was a quick phase swap. Alright, so there's the 5th victory, meaning that group is over. And that was dreadful technique, apparently. Alright. Oh, I just missed out on the skill level up. Damn. Maybe I should try. Nah, I gotta practice my grab attacks more. Oh, I keep forgetting about grab attacks. Alright, so we won every match, which is awesome. And we got 55,000. Wow, I'm still ranked 23. Are you serious? Oh, this is so tedious. Well, if I win the next one, I should be in top 7 technically, because I did go up by 14 this time, if my math is correct. Went up 12 last time, 13 or 12 last time. And 10 I think it was beforehand, or 11, one of the two. So going by that logic, we should be top 8 next time. Well, that's cool. Another one it seems, so 23 out of 60. Let's just go one more time and get this all over and done with. So this time we have, thankfully, no double ups this time either, and no Suicune. So we have Machamp, Gardevoir, Blaziken, Lucario, and Garchomp as our 5 fighters for this time round. Alright, let's do this! Looks like you've got some muscle there. Coming from a muscle head using Machamp, yeah. He should know all about muscle. Alright, time to flex it up with Machamp. Do you even lift? Do you lift, bro? Please don't tell me that was a really lame crack at a meme. Please, please don't tell me it was. Far out, I did not expect this company to go so low. I mean, it's funny to see pop culture references, but not memes. I'm just not a meme person, unfortunately. Right. I mean, I could go Fennekin. Now we'll go Mulga. Slow this Machamp down a bit slower. Again, this isn't really one of those fast Pokemon. It's just hard hitting, and especially annoying when it gets you up against the wall. That happens. Alright, if you're going to do that, you can have this. Alright, you would have thought after hitting you 3 times in a row with a Hydro Pump, you'd block, but I guess not. Well, there we go. Yep, there we go. There's the Mirror Coat. I have been trying so hard all this recording to get a Mirror Coat going, but I finally... No, that was a dreadful idea. That was terrible. Why'd I do that? There we go. Let's just go for that and go for the win. Why was I mucking around there? Don't do that, KrimZen. That's gonna get you to lose. Let's go Mulga once again. Alright, and I've got my burst up, and so do they. So I need to look out for the burst Machamp, because that is going to hit pretty hard. So we've got a phase shift going there into duel. Blizzard into that, drops their HP a bit more. Damn it. Right, so we've got the counter going there. So phase shift back into field. So let's just go for the homing attack. Unfortunately, just a little bit out of range there for a grab. Uh-oh, there's the burst. Haha, you missed! Alright, let's see if you like this True Sheer Cold. Have I already mentioned how much I like the name True Sheer Cold? I still don't know the reason behind calling it that, but it still sounds so awesome. True Sheer Cold. Looks like the sheer cold we're using in the handheld games. Must be an imposter or something. Anyways, there's the win. Oh, 4 stars. Damn, even showing up the impressive Mirror Coat still didn't give me 5. Or even 4.5. Come on, that's a bit harsh. Alright, skill level 39. We're getting up there at least. Alright, so where to put this one? Let's throw an attack. Lucky bonus! Battle Artist. Alright. What an amazingly well-rounded physique. It's not all about muscle, is it? Nah, you need brains as well as brawn when it comes to this. Hate to say it. Definitely when it comes to like handheld games, but then again when it comes to boxing it's just brute brawl, that's it. I don't have time for the likes of you. How cocky. Alright. Let's do this again. So round 2 we have the Gardevoir, Long Ranger with Dino or Dino? I think it's Dino. Dixieland, so this should be circular, I think it is. Alright, Suicune, let's show him what you got. Alright, Gardevoir being tactical, let's go for the Emolga. No, yeah, Emolga support. So Mirror Coat will be very handy here. Nah, unfortunately I tried to be a little smart-ass there, but that did not work. Alright, let's do that. Time that incorrectly. Ow. Apparently that overdid my counter. Alright, let's go for the support. And they dodged. Alright, let's counter their air with my air. Oh! And they got... Oh, I just noticed they had Sylveon as their support. Oh, and again, I forgot about that. I went for anti-air when they're on the ground. Alright. I questioned that logic. Alright, so... Round 1 to us. Let's go for the Emolga. And see if we can avoid the Mega Gardevoir. I'm not even close to max yet. Alright, so their homing attack looks like Magical Leaf. Great. Alright, so see if I can take this Gardevoir down before it goes into Mega. That would be awesome. Definitely nothing in defense there. Oh, 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 oh. There we go. They didn't even go into Mega, and I was trying to do my anti-air, but it looks like I wasn't holding up the up button. I was actually holding it diagonal. Wow, that was dreadful. 2.5. That's probably one of my lowest. Anyway, skill level 40. Right, we're definitely making our way up there on the skill level. Oh, I didn't actually mean to throw it into attack. Wow. Whoops. I'll probably have to change that one in my town. It was supposed to go in something like defense or synergy. Anyways, we have Blaziken. So Blaziken coming back for another round.
All right then, go get him.
So our usual support, Emolga and Fennekin. Let's see what this Blaziken can do. So they're ranked 27th, so a few ranks lower than us. And then I think after that we start going for the high ranking players, the last 2 of them. I know the last one's Garchomp, who was ranked 7th, I think it was.
The next round is which Pokemon do you want to
Alright, so
add
Blaziken, just go Mulga
I
again.
always just go with my gut. Once we use your synergy burst,
Wow, that
you'll be able to
looked
use
like...
powerful burst attacks.
Alright, so there's the Blaziken first hit on that.
Fill up the synergy gauge. Keep it up and you're golden.
Okay, that was definitely Flare Blitz or Brave Bird, one of the two.
Support gauge is full.
Ow, what is that?
Still too early to use your synergy burst.
Oh my goodness, that is not good. Let's get off the wall. Alright, let's go Hydro Pump and take this battle back. There we go, there's the battle back. It looked pretty dreadful there in the middle. I had to be pinned up against the wall. There wasn't really much I could do except block. Unfortunately, when it comes to those situations, I always forget. I think I can block out of it.
Remember, the most important thing is
So let's just Blizzard that for the first hit.
now's your chance to use burst.
Actually, let's do that. Because they're going for the Brave Bird there. Alright, let's just go for the early burst. At least then I can get some defense and attack up. Plus I can deal a lot of damage to that Blaziken. Alright, so they're close to half health there. Their burst is unfortunately up, so Mega Blaziken has arrived. So I'm in field phase. I should be able to just go homing attack. Alright, so definitely no points there in synergy. Right, anti-air as it goes for the jump. Ouch, that was definitely a powerful attack.
Did you forget? You can call in some support.
Ow.
At about half HP. Be careful. I choose you.
Let's get away. Ow.
All right, time to rethink our strategy.
There's the win. Whew. I just stopped talking for a second so I can actually concentrate on taking that battle back. Wow, they were definitely getting on the offensive there. Made me a bit scared, actually.
You're a
Wow, I
master
could be
in
coming
the-
close to my limit, actually.
Good work.
Alright,
Your
so
battles are fun.
3/4 of the way. Right, so now I got Lucario and Garchomp as our last two. So let's get this Lucario over and done with, and then we can focus on the Garchomp. I've heard all the rumors, now show me what you really got.
Time to dish this up
Alright.
already. Let's
Time
have
to
some
bring my
fun.
best, if that's still even possible. Alright, so we got 39 wins, haven't lost a single one yet, whereas this person's done 79 battles and won 51 of them. Now that indeed is impressive. Alright, so Lucario, 70% win rate. At the moment, I'm still seeing it at 100%, but I'm starting to wonder when that's going to diminish into the 90s.
Come on, relax.
Alright, so we're going to stick with a Mulga
Have
here.
fun.
Usually I don't find Lucario all that threatening when using a Suicune. I don't know why. I don't know if looking at the tiers if Suicune does counter Lucario. Go for the Blizzard, unfortunately that wasn't very smart. Right, we'll just throw off a basic combo there. Hydro Pump that.
Nice. Keep it up. Go and get him. Pick up power to fill your
Alright, that's still unfortunately... Ow, I should have gone for anti-air. Alright, homing attack into that. And there's the win. Alright, first point to us. As I said, like, this is one of the main reasons why I have a funny feeling
The next round is
Suicune
where
does counter Lucario, but they're already at burst. Damn, that must be a lot of points in synergy.
battle with the same You just
Alright,
gotta
so I'm
believe
expecting Mega Lucario.
and give it your very best.
Alright, let's just go for that basic attack.
Synergy
Down
gauge
they
is
go.
full. Now's your chance to use burst.
Ow, I should have actually gone for Mirror Coat there. There's the Mega Lucario.
All right, let's call in some support.
I don't know if this is going to... There we go.
Time to recalibrate your attack. Synergy gauge up.
Alright, their burst is gone. There we go, there's the win. Okay, like... that Lucario wasn't as threatening, but again, I did land quite a few hits on the Mega Lucario as well. So if the next battle goes like that, then I shouldn't have anything to worry about at all. And that should put us in top 8, hopefully. I don't want to do another round of League. That's... Ooh. Come on, game. Don't be that nasty to me. Oh, again, I put an extra point in attack. I guess that could be a good thing or a bad thing. Let's find out. Well, I'll be. You're a champ in the making. Alright, Garchomp is the very last battle. Let's put all our focus into winning this one. Rank 7th. If I win this, I should hopefully go up into top 8. Alright, so we got Garchomp the powerhouse. Rampaging battle trainer. I'll show you passion. Alright, Garchomp, show me what you got. Suicune jumping into the action there. Alright. We'll go Emolga, see if we can try and attack from a distance again with both Hydro Pump and Blizzard. If we can do that, then that should be dandy. That was not good. Alright, we'll go straight for that. You gotta stand there and just take that Blizzard. Block. Counter on that one. Okay, that's not good. That's really not good. Right. Bide my time, wait for that attack there. Alright, just need to land one more. There's the win. Whew. Alright, I'm nearly at max synergy and they're about halfway through. Oh no, that's definitely not halfway anymore. Sorry, they're nearly at max burst, so that's not good. So if they can get at least one more hit onto me, that's going to be max burst for Garchomp. Let's just do that, handle that. I'm at max burst. Let's just go into burst mode. Get a basic combo going. And wait for them. Now for the burst mode. Boom, 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 boom. Yep, that's Garchomp down. With a perfect. That's what I like to see. See, when I actually get the brain thinking on what I should do, I actually do really well. Once I start making my brain go all over the place, yeah, you saw what's happened in the previous battles. It just don't perform very well. Right, well, now that the rusty training wheels have come off, we got ourselves our beastless Suicune back. Took all bloody episode, unfortunately. Alright, skill level 42. Now, I'm not going to throw it an attack. But then again, maybe that increase in attack helped a lot. Alright, let's go into Synergy, where I was supposed to put it like 2 points ago. League match results. Yeah, woo, baby! I'm rank 6 now. Another 55,000 Pokegold in the bank. We're banking it up now for prize money again, which is awesome.
Now you've qualified for the tournament.
Right, we finally qualify. So I am not looking forward to Red League or the Chroma League if I even get that far. It will mean I have to do Red League 3 times and in Chroma League 4 times before I actually qualify. Damn, that's going to be quite a bit of episodes.
If you get knocked down in rank here, you won't be able to join the tournament.
Right. Well, that puts a lot of pressure on me. If I even lose here, I drop rank, which means I gotta do League again, which is never fun. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Has anyone noticed that these always go for about 33 minutes, unless I blab on at the end, which I hopefully don't do as much in this episode, but I really don't have anything else to say. So next episode will be tournament, and we'll probably mock off the promotion test as well if everything goes well in the tournament. So until then, this is Lady KrimZen saying ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao!